Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Whatever I do, whatever I is adding some intrinsic value to somebody or something out there, then I'm living my purpose. Meditation is fundamentally helping us finding and aligning to that purpose. What a greater joy than spreading this message of meditation. As we always keep saying, Annadana is important, Vidyadana is important, but Dhyana Dana is the most superior thing. With that, everything you can get. You don't depend on anybody.
For Chandra, it is a passion. He is doing it as a yajna. He is not just doing it just to have classes for 40 days. For him, having observed him in the last 4 or 5 sessions, having got the benefit out of these sessions, I can say it is a yajna for him. He is so passionate. He has experienced the benefit of this wonderful meditation program, which he wants to share with as many people as possible. Let many people benefit out. That is the only goal. There is no hidden agenda.
Service is the greatest tool to achieve abundance or to recognize abundance. Without service, something we are lagging behind. Those who have a serving heart and mind, they really can achieve greatest abundance.
So serving others means serving myself, because my happiness, the deepest happiness comes from that, this experience that we are giving to others.
Meditation should reach everyone. Everyone should be touched by the information of meditation. When they have the information, they will definitely start. So our job is to make sure that the information reaches.
Can stress being volunteer is one of the most privileged, and I thank Sir to push me to do things that I never thought I could do. And that opportunity, friends, Padasio gives you by being a volunteer. Through that, I think my journey has expanded even 1,000 folds.
In past 40 days session itself, I started spreading the meditation to all the people. That is where I find the joy, enjoying, where like people are like, sharing their experiences.
I definitely want to say that this 1 year, right, where I joined as a volunteer, that has given me immense shift inside. So we get a lot of opportunity to interact with such living examples. They are great senior masters living that wisdom, truth in their every action, every word.
Volunteering in Buddha Seyo, I found some unknown confidence in myself. Like, okay, this is it. This is it.
Good morning and good evening, everyone. We are almost at the end of our 11 days journey together. It's been wonderful experience sharing this journey with all of you. Today's topic is probably everyone's favorite, and it's definitely my personal favorite one too. A very warm and heartfelt welcome to TKP, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today. We are excited to learn from you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Baiva, Madam. Dear friends and masters, good morning, good evening. Good to see you all. And we will start with another fascinating topic related to manifestation quotient today, which is an extension from what we talked about yesterday. And we will get started. All right. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Again, the topic for today is, as I said, is an extension to what we had talked about before, which is part 1. We talked about what is manifestation quotient. And we talked about the quantum energy fields. With that foundation, we will be talking about what are the different sutras of manifestation science,
And how can we implement these 5 sutras as healthcare providers? So that's question 1. And 2 is, what is a spiritual quotient, SQ, and how meditation is going to help us for our overall holistic excellence? So those are the 2 different questions that we have, and we will see how much we can cover as we move forward. Based on the manifestation science sutras, there are 5 different, but they're all interrelated sutras. One is develop 1-point mindness. And the second one is develop openness to possibilities. And the third one is reprogramming our limiting beliefs. We have talked about quite extensively.
So slides are not changing.
Slides are not changing? It is changing on my side.
Please reshare it, sir.
Or reshare it. Okay.
Click on that.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
we see a toolbar, like might have to click.
It says Zoom quit unexpectedly.
Okay.
So I want to do this. So what shall we do?
TKG.
We can share, one of us can share, if anybody has.
Why don't we do this? Yeah.
So you can do it. Just press that PowerPoint and then say presentation.
Yeah.
And then you can switch the screen where it is.
Okay, let me stop sharing.
Okay, you already stopped.
Okay. And then I will just a minute.
Yeah, share again.
Okay. Okay, can you see the first slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you, but we don't see the slides.
Okay, so I don't know what the issue is. From my side, I see all of this. So why don't we do this? Why don't we go ahead, continue? Then unfortunately, I will send the slides later on for all of you. Will that be okay?
Yes, sir, that's fine.
Yeah, yes, sir. No problem.
Yes.
I can share if you just give me a minute or two, but you can start talking about the 5
sure.
sutras.
Sure. Okay.
Or if
Okay.
Mahesh sir or Kiran sir has, I'm reaching home in a minute or two and I'll take care.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can continue with my slides. That's not a problem. And so in other words, we are going to talk about these different sutras. And so let's go one at a time and see what they all mean to us. The very first part of the meditation, manifestation science sutra, number one is to develop the one-pointed mind. The question is, what does that mean? If you are able to focus at any given time, for example, when you are with a patient, and then are you able to give undivided attention to your patient? The daily breath mindfulness meditation can help us to give that undivided attention with mindful presence all the time for every patient you serve. So mindful presence heals ourselves to start with, then invariably our patients also get that significant benefit. Now, the question is, why does it matter as healthcare providers? Well, having one pointed, mind definitely helps us to achieve the following. It's going to help us to improve our clinical judgment. It's going to reduce errors and burnout. And it's going to also build deeper connections with our patients and better outcome. So this is one of the easiest way through meditation, then we can develop this very first sutras of manifestation science, which is one-pointed focus. And I'm sure you all agree, in the healthcare profession we are in, all our patients demand definitely this kind of undivided attention without any kind of distraction. So when you have a one-pointed attention and mind, you have a lot more clarity, a lot more focus, and you're able to connect with your patients one-on-one without too many distractions. The second sutra we are going to talk about is to develop openness to possibilities. As we talked about yesterday, everything is energy, and there are unlimited experiences in the quantum energy field. And this will allow us to be open for any number of possibilities. As healthcare providers, it helps us to look at our patients as a whole person, physically, emotionally, spiritually. More often, what do? We are so focused in our given area, we are asking only questions that are related to their physical body, but there are also emotional underpinnings and other aspects or dimensions that we need to discover to find out if there are any other root causes beyond the lab tests and the test results. I'm sure each of you can relate to this, friends, that you have patients where all the lab results are great. There are no issues. There is no clinical issue, but they have a lot of issues, that we are yet to discover. So when you develop this kind of sense to openness, it gives us tremendous possibilities to explore way beyond the normal clinical routine of what doctors do. So in other words, openness is simply our willingness to see beyond the old patterns and limits. It invites a fresh perspective, new learning, new solutions for the highest good of our patients. So in my clinic, I can tell you, once I experienced a significant benefit with my, meditation experience, I was willing to offer that to my patients. We had a lot of, tinnitus ringing in the ear. And it is really amazing how much of quality of life improvement they had because they were able to embrace, the simple breath mindfulness meditation. So the fact that I was open for other ideas way beyond the scope of practice in audiology, I was very comfortable offering to my patients. So think about what can we do to our patients to enhance this kind of possibilities. So where you're open for other ideas, and definitely group, I can tell you, meditation is going to provide that ability for openness to possibilities. They're unlimited. As we know, when you're in the quantum field, we have unlimited potential and possibilities. And the third component of the sutra is reprogramming limiting beliefs. And we have talked about this extensively in the first 2 days of classes. Our state of being carries many, several limiting beliefs. As we said, 95% of who we are is driven by the subconscious mind. And unfortunately, all of these limiting beliefs are stored in the subconscious mind. So we got to think about reprogramming those limiting beliefs and basically have a mind shift from negativity, negative vibrations to positive thoughts and feelings. And that opens up tremendous windows of opportunities for us. And meditation is one modality. And of course, when you combine meditation with reading books, listening to other masters, that's going to help you significantly to let go of those limiting beliefs. So we need to move from limiting beliefs to empowering beliefs. And when you make your affirmations, which I'm going to talk about with visualization, it becomes a powerful tool. It's amazingly a powerful tool. So in other words, we need to shift our mind from seeking perfect outcomes. Think about this. If you're a healthcare provider, all the time you're expecting perfect results to every patient. Is that a limiting belief? Absolutely. But we need to shift that from expecting perfect, outcomes to patients to saying, I'm going to do what is perfectly humanly possible with selfless love and compassion. This is what we have learned in one of the 4 agreements that we have talked about earlier. Do what you can and go fearlessly, and then, take care of your patients. And we know there are all kinds of limiting beliefs we have talked about. For example, that's not going to serve us good. I'm short-tempered, I'm not creative, I'm not a lucky person. All of those chatter, 35 to 50,000 of those chatters happens in a given day. And you can imagine, how can you function with that kind of a chatter and distraction when you're a healthcare provider, where your focus is needed to take care of the patient with those kinds of empowering? Think about it. If you're a surgeon and you have those limiting beliefs, so what kind of outcome can we expect? So we need to think about, as healthcare providers, what can we do to move away from those limiting beliefs to empowering beliefs, so you're positive, your high levels of vibration, and everything that you're doing with a lot of compassion and love. When you do that, the results basically speak for themselves. In other words, the universal consciousness is going to align with you, and you're going to get the best results. The other manifestation sutra, number 4, is setting goals and visualizing your future. We got to have goals. I'm sure you can agree. You didn't come to be a healthcare provider without having specific goals and having a lot of focus, laser focus in what you do. But again, in the mundane world, what we live in, we are so carried away with stress and whatnot. There's a lot of distraction going around. So this is another technique, manifestation science sutra, that we can optimize to reach our best outcomes by visualizing what we want to be, how we want to be, how we want to take care of our patients. So meditation definitely gives us a lot of clarity to achieve those outcomes and goals. But always, before we do visualization, we need to know, why do we do what we do? If I want to have a visualization, I want a best patient outcome. You have to ask yourself, why do you need that patient best outcome? Well, it is inner gratification to you, saying that you have done the best you can, and then the universal consciousness is basically aligning with your positive energies and vibrations, and it's going to provide for you. So in other words, in quantum physics, we talked about it. When you have positive energies, high vibrations, so when you have those kind of energies with you before you see a patient, you're already ahead of the game and many of your peers in giving you the best quality care and for medical excellence. So when you want to visualize your future experiences with your patients, or personally, maybe you want to buy a bigger house or whatever your personal, goals are, it has to be combined with elevated emotions. It's not just visualization just one day. You got to do it on a regular basis. So when you're doing meditation, do your regular meditation. At the end, combine it with visualization manifestation. So that way you're programming our subconscious mind, getting away all of those limiting beliefs. It's always good to do the visualization, as I said, at the end of your regular meditation. The reason being, by the time you're finishing up your 30, 45 minutes of your regular meditation, you're at an optimal brain state. We talked about the beta waves moving into alpha waves, from that to theta, and the delta waves. So when you're in that state, you're at an optimal state to be connected with the universal consciousness that we all have. When you're lined up and dialed into that frequency, it's amazing how those quantum field of energy flows through you. And that's the time optimally to reprogram our limiting beliefs. And of course, changing your thought is a critical component. And we know all the visionary leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Steve Jobs, and many other world-class players, for example, in golf, in tennis, in cricket, and all other sports have used visualization technique for their world-class performance. And in other words, they visualize every move even before they go, and play that game. So in other words, you're programming your subconscious mind ahead of time before you're going to be in that action. And then when that happens, you have a blueprint in your brain that's going to work at a subconscious level for you. And now you can do the real magic. You're unstoppable at that time. So in other words, always do the visualization for manifestation, as though things have happened for you already. And you can use some vision boards. Then again, I will share some of these slides with you. For example, I shared my experience. I started writing what I wanted to be. That was my dream on a notepad. So my name, and then what I wanted to achieve coming to USA, to be a teacher, to be a professor, to be a visionary, a leader, having a lot of impact in the community and globally, that I serve. And that has happened to me. It's amazing how the windows of opportunity beyond my professorship, through the Rotary, being a chair of the Global Grant, the unfolding of those opportunities are amazing. But the important thing is you got to start doing it consistently, visualize it with elevated emotions as though it has already happened to you. I think that's the key. You're at the present tense and you're not saying, I wish I want this, I wish I want that. You say that, thank you, Lord, for giving this beautiful life experiences. Thank you, Lord, for giving me a beautiful family. It has already happened. It's already on your way and you're already in it. So you're part of the journey and you're basically programming your subconscious mind.
How does visualization help with that? It is everything for me. How so? So if you're going to play...
All right. And the very fifth, the Manifestation Science Sutra is to cultivate the present moment awareness. We need to be aware of where we are and what we are doing. And again, if you have limiting beliefs, recognize those. And then question is, what are you going to do about those limiting beliefs? Can you frame that differently? If you say, well, I don't have the time, other than saying I don't have time, what can you do so that you have more time to do what you want to do? So being aware and recognizing where you are presently is an important component of this manifestation science. And again, we have to think about full surrender, accept and express gratitude. In other words, there are life events are not going to be linear. It's not going to be uniform. There are lots of ups and downs in our life. The question is, how are you going to accept the way they are? Even as a healthcare provider, you wanted the best outcome, but it may not be the best outcome based on your own definition. So how do you accept the outcome that you have with your patient without having a sense of guilt? I think that's going to be an important part of our journey. And again, when you do meditation, it's going to help us to completely surrender and accept with the deepest gratitude. And as we know, the gratitude, we have to be grateful, not for only when you buy a big house or a big car or you have a promotion, even for little things in life, I love to sing. And then when I sing, sometimes when I go to the bathroom, having a shower, I used to sing. Then after being part of the mindfulness meditation program, I said, no more singing, when I'm taking a shower. I'm going to focus on that experience of taking a shower. I imagine that the Ganga water is flowing on my body, and I'm very thankful for the hot water that I have just by turning one knob. I'm very thankful. I work with a lot of people all in Africa and other countries. They had to walk 10 to 15 miles to get some water. So through the Rotary, we're helping them for water irrigation and whatnot. So we have a lot of things we have to be thankful for. So that's our reset. So we have to calibrate ourselves other than complaining, and then have a deepest gratitude for where we are, what we are. And as we know, every part of the meditation ends with, and always, I'm always in high emotions. When Chandra sir in his guided meditation say, offer gratitude for your parents, your teachers, and even to nature, to animals. I mean, we are all part of one journey. We are all universally connected. We are one. So why not have gratitude for being part of that journey, by when you do meditation? So gratitude is an important part of our manifestation sutras, and we all need to be grateful. And again, we all need to be grateful that we are the healthcare providers. We have the tremendous opportunity to take care of another human being who is also divine, just like you and me. But when you take care of them, it's amazing that, with selfless love and, gratitude, it comes back, 1,000 times. So again, that's an important component of our manifestation, quotient and our journey. So the key is, for all of these 5 different, manifestation quotients we talked about, the common underpinning for all of those is meditation. Meditation helps us to elevate our sense of well-being. And then when you practice meditation on a regular basis, your manifestation quotient goes through the roof. You're unstoppable. Now, the second part I'm going to talk about very briefly is the spiritual quotient. And I have 5 minutes, then I will wrap it up. What is the spiritual quotient? The spiritual quotient is simply the ability to connect with our deeper self, live with purpose, higher purpose and values, show compassion, experience a sense of meaning and connection with all of us, both animate, inanimate objects, everything around us. So we're all connected. It is, one consciousness, one breath. So we're all universally connected. We know that. But all along, in our material world, we have lost track of our inner divinity. We have forgotten who we are. There is a saying from Dr. Wayne Dyer who said, we're all spiritual beings with the human experience. Unfortunately, it is misaligned. We all think we are human beings, and if the time permits, or once in a way, you think about divinity. So it's in the back burner, unfortunately. We have to realign that priority and reconnect and be on the tracks to say, fundamentally, we are spiritual beings with the human experience. When you have that true identity of who you are, what emanates from that source, which is the universal consciousness, the Atman, the Brahman, is unstoppable. In fact, you're aligning with that real magic that is in each one of us. So meditation is the way to go. Meditation is the only way I can tell you can go in and connect with that inner divinity or the spark of energy that we have. So in other words, if you look at the spiritual quotient, what are the five different, just like the 5 sutras, we have 5 different attributes that by definition defines what spiritual quotient is. One is everyone is part of me, universality of connectedness. We talked about quantum energy fields. We're all connected at the quantum level, right? So you understand that we're all entangled. It is just like radio frequencies going all around. Can you tease them out? You can't. It's all intermingled. The second one is we have unlimited potential in each one of us. Unquestionably, you got to tap into it. We have forgotten that unlimited potential. Why?
Dr. Partha
Sir,
Sir,
you
you're
got
muted.
muted.
Tika sir, we need to unmute you. Also, your PowerPoint for spiritual quotient is up. If you just change your screen, you'll be able to see. Let me know.
Are
I
you?
guess. Yeah, I'm going to share just 1 second, okay? I think
Sure.
you kicked me out. That's all.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. It's okay. You're fine.
I will enroll this for you.
Let's see.
Yeah, I was in the meditation develop spiritual scientific mindset. That's where I was. Right. Okay. So in other words, when you look at this, each of those components, you will see that spiritual quotient number 1, we're all connected. We are part of one family. And then the spiritual quotient number 2 is, we have unlimited potential in each one of us. So by doing so, we are moving from a fixed mindset to a creative mindset, a miraculous, empowering mindset. And the third component is, the previous one. Yeah, the third component is the spiritual quotient is, my reality is by me. In other words, you are the creator. You are the co-creator of who you are. You create your inner world and you create your outer world. So there is no longer, blaming. We are moving from blaming ourselves to ownership of who you are. So in other words, in the quantum field, we have the potential to move in the direction we dictate to move, but you got to connect yourself initially with the inner self before it aligns with the outer self. And then the next part of the slide is there is abundance everywhere. You got to move from the scarcity model. When you have the scarcity mindset, what happens to your energy levels? Energy levels goes down. You're constantly thinking that you don't have sufficient money, you never have enough of anything. So when you're in that mode, your frequency of vibration is very low. From that, you're not able to elevate your spiritual quotient or the components. We got to move from that to the state of abundance. You already have abundance within you, except that we have abundance already, and then the universe is going to align and give you more, because the universe knows when you're having that state of mind, it's going to give you more and more. Abundance attracts abundance. And the next component is we have the higher intelligence helping us. We know that there is a universal levels of consciousness, what we call as the Brahman, or I want to call the Atman, the higher levels of consciousness. That's all we are, but we are part of that universal consciousness, and it is going to be your friend as long as you have high energy vibrations and elevated emotions to work in your fibers. So in other words, we are moving from the mind-centric to the heart-centric. And as we talked about, the heart-centric energy levels are 5 times more than the energy level that we radiate from the mind-centric mindset. So on that note, I think I will say this is another beautiful slide to show when we talk about spiritual scientific understanding, what it gives us is tremendous amount of abundance in what we do. So we move from the old self to the new self. The question is, are we ready to cross the river of change, from the old self to the new self? The power is within you. And if you embark on the journey, the universal consciousness is going to align with you and be your partner. So in other words, if you look at it, SQ, it gives us the holistic benefit. In other words, we can go to the next slide if we have it. In other words, the holistic benefit of meditation is not just one. It is physical, PQ, IQ. We talked about, manifestation quotient. And then we also talked about, so in other words, we have PQ, we have IQ, we have EQ, we have MQ, then we have SQ. All of those quotients can be elevated the way in which you want to be, but you got to take that driver's seat and the authorship. So on that note, I would kind of conclude, and thank you all for being part of this journey very patiently, even with all the technical glitches. That was all unintended, but it is the universal consciousness working the way in which it wants to work. So in other words, let us embark on the journey. And I can tell you this, in the next 10 years, my conclusion before we get to the meditation is as follows. 1, any major discovery in the next 8-10 years in the medical industry is not going to come from new drugs or new medication. It's going to come from each one of us making quantum leaps in making a prescription of medication as the first line of modality for our patients. So we have a long journey to go, and I'm very glad to be a part of the journey. And thank you all. Just sit back and relax. We'll go with our meditation. So if you have glasses, if you can remove your glasses, close your eyes, clasp your hands and the fingers, and just focus on your breath. And if you're distracted, come back to the breath. Enjoy the experience.
Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed. Keep your hands on your chest area and resting your attention on your beautiful heart. With a slow, long, relaxing breath, connect with your heart center. Feel it to your friends. No tears. The beat, the rhythm of your heart. Your inner knowingness. Feel the center of all emotions, nurturing all life with its higher vibrations of love, compassion, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past? Or simply going into an experience of higher emotion? Imagine that you are experiencing great, beautiful nature. You're trekking into mountains. You're helping people in need. Relive that moment and feel that energy. And allow yourself to direct that energy onto everyone and everything on this planet to help them heal. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. Relive that moment and feel that energy and spread that energy to everyone, to everything, or to those who are in need. The more you experience love, compassion, deep joy, the more coherent you become. The more connected you become. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. With your attention at the root of your nose, when you observe your breath, your mind becomes less and less of thought. As your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to experience the deeper calmness inside of you, all around you. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness and blackness. there's no body, where there's no thing. All emptiness is energy. The quantum field of infinite possibilities. The field of wholeness, the field of oneness. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, this energy, the more you become of it, the more you receive from it. of energy, the field of creation. The more you are with it, with this emptiness, the more you tune in. The miraculous possibilities. The more expansive you become. If you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to go into that emptiness. This is your divine self, your greater mind. The more you are with it, the more whole you become, the more empowered you become. friend, can you express gratitude to all things and everyone? Express gratitude to your parents for giving this beautiful connection to life. Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Give thanks to everyone in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, partners, for helping you learn and experience many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, the fish, the bird, the animal, the planet, stars, sun, moon, Mother Earth, for all the energy, beauty, mystery, and more in our life. For gratitude to everything you use, the system, the company, the governments, the technology that supports our life in many, many ways. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, and to this intelligent universe for helping us experience this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What have you seen? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes.
Well, good to see you all, and I hope you had a wonderful meditative experience today. And we have our Grandmaster, Dr. Chandra sir, today. So good to see you, sir, today.
Yes, sir. Good to see you.
Yes. So we wanted you to
I
share
just,
some of your
no,
thoughts today.
I just came to say hi to you all.
Okay.
Tomorrow I won't be there. I didn't realize I have a flight at that time. No worries. Seems like it's happening greatly.
Yes.
So wonderful to see you, sir. Thank you for coming.
Yes, Sonalji. It's really the very fact that medical community took this initiative means a whole new lot for meditation. Because what essentially sees as matter and body, when we see this in a different perspective changes. and then the community that has significant influence for people to have any amount of life will beautifully guide as it is understood. Not that they're not understood. I think a lot of conditioning can happen. Many times not there at all, not even be exposed. So we are very, very happy. Significant influence, and then matter to energy conversion happens through this community. Impacts can be far reaching. We know this. So thank you, TKP sir, for leading this. Thank you, Sonalji.
Yes.
Bhavya is a youngster. She will do a lot of work. A firebrand. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Chandra sir. It has been a delight to have you today and for all your guidance and support all these years. We appreciate it very much for this wonderful opportunity for us to launch this for healthcare professionals. We appreciate that. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, Sonalji, what are you enjoying?
It's been a wonderful journey. TK sir has really raised the bars and excellent presentation. Also, actually, Dr. Arora would have loved to meet and talk to you, but he just had to leave today. He has some academic commitments. He's the one who's been very sincere throughout. I mean, most of them, whoever joined, they joined for all 11 days, all 10 days so far. But I think he will miss meeting you at least today. But I'm sure he'll join the 40 days program and he'll be there.
Yeah, that's fun. We're happy to talk to him.
Yes, yes. And Bhavya has done amazing. Thank you, Bhavya.
Thank you.
Yes. And anyone in the audience, do you have any questions, anything at all you would like to share? Maybe your experiences with your meditation or any questions at all on any of the topics we have talked about today?
And thankful to Dr. Padma. You've met Chandra sir when we came to Illinois. She was one of our physical attendees when we did our program in Edwardsville, Illinois, sir.
Yes.
So she's here, joined this 11 days also. So
in that Fuller's Dome, we did a program.
yes,
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 yes.
Yeah,
yes.
madam.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I attended and I brought my daughter too, who's also a physician, and enjoyed it very much. And um, I'm curious, when you say limitlessness, is that something that I kind of felt it today in meditation, which I had not felt before, but is that a feeling of like you're becoming one with some type of energy? I don't know. It was a very odd feeling I had today. I never had it before. But I'm curious what people are seeing when they close their eyes in their mind when they're meditating, and if it's just, if you could share, since you are more advanced than I am. I'm just trying to understand what I should be looking forward to experiencing, and if I'm experiencing something that is congruent with what you all are experiencing.
Yes. Well, since we have our Grand Master today, I would ask Chandra sir to address on this, if you don't mind.
Yes, madam. Very nice to meet you.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. When we're withdrawing our senses and when we are slowly lessening our thought, so then something important is happening where we are forgetting about ourselves. Because you're disconnecting from the environment as sensory perceptions are withdrawn. Then when your thoughts are gone, then everything that you know about the material self is gone in that moment. When thoughts go away, all thoughts are about what you know. Mostly it's matter, a little bit outside of matter. So what you know is gone. All your experience of life, people, places, things, all that is slowly gone in that moment. Even the time is gone. You forget everything about you and everything around. So that's a state where we say you're transcended matter, which is body and mind. When you transcend matter, that's why in fact it's called transcendental meditations. You transcend mind and body, then something is there. I'm sure the quantum physics lecture as was spoken during this 11 field of quantum energy.
Yes.
So that when matter is transported, you are in the energy field, right? This much is there. So then you are with this energy. Now, how do you feel the energy? In many, many ways. In many, many ways. But one feeling, just that. If everything is removed around you, all objects, all things are removed around you, what do you find? If sun is removed, stars are removed, everything is removed. What do you find around you in a place? In a room, we remove everything. You find an empty room. And if the light source is removed, you find a dark room, a black room. And the light source, once is removed, what you find fundamentally is characterized by nothing is around you. You may not find anything. You may not even hear the sounds. You may hear the sound, but you're finding it very, very feeble. Why? Somewhere, something is there. It's all some kind of a state of emptiness. Could be black, blue, dark, yellow, any color, sky blue, desert, anything that represents empty. First scenario. You go into, you maybe experience something like that, but emptiness is energy and possibilities. So now you are in this field of energy, a different frequency, and so then you start seeing things in you. So some see a lot of visions, scenes, scenarios like life scenarios. They start seeing all of them, but they tune at a different frequency. Because they're seeing in the energy field, senses are shut off. Senses are not there anymore. But then they are experiencing this whole field of energy, which is everything. And so all experiences are there, but at different frequencies. So we start tuning into them, we start seeing them. So how does emptiness feel? It is feel of nothingness around you, a vast state where you seem to be mixed with maybe some kind of light, some kind of blackness, darkness. You may just have a feeling, you don't really see something, but you have a feeling that you are somewhere one. You feel very profound. Tears may come. These are all states of empty, but also the alternate states of emptiness is experiencing something as you are there, like in a darkness. If you are there in a room, in a house, in a theater, initially it's all dark, but slowly, slowly start seeing many things out there. Whatever you tune into that frequency, you know you can start seeing. Same thing happens. Then you add into this field, then suddenly you're tuning into some aspect, and so you may see a vision. You may see Jesus Christ teaching something possible. They're all there, different frequencies. I may see simply Himalayas. So like that visions are seen by people. Auditory experience I have. All other is possible. But the other side, which is experience nothing but profound feeling that we are going through something is possible. Okay. What are you experiencing?
I saw different colors like blues and purples and pinks, but it was moving like waves. And I felt like I don't know, it was like it seemed limitless, like it was part of some sort of space. I've never had that feeling before. I mean, I've tried different things in the past, and they talk about the third soul being there. But I also didn't understand where the crook of the nose was. So I wasn't sure if I was concentrating on the correct place on my face. But I couldn't explain it. It wasn't confined. It was something limitless. I just never felt that before. But it was colors. It wasn't black. I mean, saw a lot of colors, and then it went away for a while. But I felt it for a few minutes that like I wasn't here, like I was in some space. I don't know how to explain it. Something like that.
Colors, patterns, that they appear as the infinitely large size, they expand everywhere. That's a common experience. As saying, initially it's all nothing, and suddenly it can change to something like what you're seeing. Huge, infinite proportional geometric patterns many people see common, like kaleidoscope patterns. Simply just waves of merger of colors, just like rangoli colors there. It could be that. They're all there just to represent that the infinity is, it's not seven colors. I mean, whatever. It's not those three prime colors, not those few colors. 256 patterns, it's infinite patterns. They all we see at different levels. They're possible. Just represents that everything is out there. Okay. Something that you cannot comprehend. You can't put boundaries on. You are seeing perfect. You are experiencing transcended body and mind state. You are going into the state of consciousness, the thing that exists out there, whatever that is. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. One last question. So, Dr. TK mentioned about the negativity, and that really struck me today because I think we're conditioned, and I don't know, we hear different things. And we're in a field where we're heavily criticized and expected a lot of perfection. I'm a radiologist. I look at CT scans and x-rays, and I can't miss anything on those. I look at 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter things all day long, and I don't want to miss anything because of the patient outcomes. But we put ourselves under so much pressure and scrutiny, and we're criticized. We have to be perfect. And there's a lot of negativity too. There's always, you have to produce more, you have to do this, how do you overcome all of this negativity and this pressure? I know that in this talk today, we talked about becoming positive and limitless, or I don't know, create positivity, create abundance, awareness. And how do you combat the negativity you feel, whether it's from things you've heard your whole life or even in your current situation? How do you all find ways to overcome that? Is what I'd like to know. Because sometimes it just can be overwhelming. You just feel like we just lost 2 staff. Now the rest of us have to work harder, and they want us to work longer, and and then you have your own family obligations, so it's a lot. Life is sometimes difficult, but but you want to be positive in all of that. And I'm just curious how all of you all seem so very positive. How do you combat that?
This meditation, madam.
Meditation.
This meditation.
This
Because
meditation.
what do we need? We need a way to, yes, all right, we made a mistake. While reading the X-ray, we missed a couple of things. Fine. It's possible, it happens. Then somebody comes and then points it out. They point it out because they have the duty to do, they'll come and point it out. Now, if they have an understanding, then they recognize whatever happens, it is a point in time. If they allow you to be that way, no problem. But they point out significantly as if the world has collapsed. Now, what should we do next moment? What happens if I kept being guilty about or feeling bad about, sad about? If I understand the creation process, now it's not helping at all. It's not helping your body, neither is it helping your future, because future is going to be created more of those situations due to the nature of reality. Observation brings possibilities, right? And so then if I understand, the more I dwell upon that thing that happened, how I screwed up or how I did badly, how uncaring the other person is in the way they are projecting on you, Either way, it doesn't matter. Whatever you do is what you create. So then the best thing is to disengage from it. Past is past. How do I let go is the biggest challenge. How do I let go? Letting go is what happens with this meditation. It brings you back into the present. The breath, observing the breath to come into the breath is where in the present or past or future. It's here in the present. As you come into the breath means you're coming to the present. Okay. And the second thing, of course, is that being in the field of possibilities is a different concept altogether. But coming to the present, so by being here, and this extends to the rest of the day, and so then even whatever someone says or not, at least you're in the present in the present. Okay, so then you forget the past, and then that is not bearing on you. So then when you perform the next scan, at least that is not bothering you. And so you are coming back to your best self again. A lot of times the best self is not there because we are here there. We are either in the past or future. In that under that worry and that heaviness, we operate. What happens if I miss this one more time, and all this kind of stuff and thing. All that is gone, then of course we are fully there. And so we start doing best. That's what happens with meditation. We forget the past and then forget the future momentarily, not to escape, but we forget those. And in the present, we start producing our best. So that starts changing. Everything will change from their perspective, but at least you're not in the heavy. And this continues moment to moment because in the present. And so you feel light. And then your work gets done beautifully. So you feel, wow, this is happening effortlessly now because because your attention is there. 95% of the time, thoughts are there all over, negative, unwanted. And 95% suddenly is gained back. 5% attention only we are giving, 95% not giving to any other things unwanted. They all go away. So that means that much more energy you are giving to the work on hand. So it's got to be getting better and better. So many things like this happen. Just meditation, you will realize 40-day program, 6 weeks of practice brings a lot of consistency and energy to it. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anjali, I'm joining you shortly. Yes.
Yes, thank you very much, Chandra sir, for the insights and being part of this journey with us. And Bhavya madam, do you have any announcements?
You have to unmute there.
Sorry. A quick announcement, like every month on the 21st, we have our Million Meditation program from 5:30 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. of Indian Standard Time. We warmly invite everyone to join this special meditation session and meditate together with thousands of participants. Looking forward to see you all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bhavya madam. Yes.
Thank you, TKP, sir.
Thank you, sir. It was very
Wonderful.
wonderful.
Tomorrow is the last day.
Tomorrow, sir.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the last day.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, Mahesh Garu. Sridhar, madam. Great. Okay.
Dr. K.V. Raghunath sir, if you want to speak with Chanda sir, because he is also the one who is attending from starting, like he is the friend of Dashad sir, it seems.
Yes.
Good morning. It was a wonderful experience for all this 6 days plus these 11 days. I'm really very comfortable after this. I am very thankful to you people. It's really marvelous. In fact, to say frankly, I'm physically compromised with my knees, but I don't feel that I have some problem at all. Of this, I feel I'm normal. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for being part of the journey with all of us. You have attended, I know, all the sessions, and again asked a lot of questions, and we appreciate, your engagement with us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
TKP sir has a lot of understanding and experience, sir. You please listen to his full experience and what he felt in a pyramid. That pyramid that is just sitting behind me.
Yes.
He has so many experiences. So please do listen to him one of the days if you're not.
Sure,
Wonderful,
sir.
Raghunath.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. All right. We will see you all tomorrow.
I am the light of my soul.